Psychologists argue that everyone has inferiority complex, some to a slight extent, while others to a great degree, depending on individuals' personality. The vibrant fellow you just can't stand has one too. Oh yes, he has. She has. His superiority complex is just an inferiority complex in disguise. So do not let inferiority complex break your heart. Everyone has. You are not the only person that has inferiority complex. Today in this tutorial, I'll be taking you through the various methods by which you can reduce inferiority complex to a barest minimum or live with it comfortably, channeling it so that it could be more useful than threatening or tormenting. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, I urge you to subscribe to this channel and hit the notification button to enable me notify you when next I upload beautiful videos such as this one you are going to watch now. My name is Otumegu Davidson Chukwuemeka, a life coach and a self-blood advocate. Don't forget to drop your comments at the end of the video. Tell me what you think about this video. Welcome to my channel. Without wasting time, I would like us to move straight into the topic of the day: inferiority complex and successful ways to handle it, or successful ways to handle inferiority complex. That will serve as our topic today. Number one, before we continue, I would like to let you know that the video, I wouldn't want to make the video too long, yes. I would like to split the teaching into two parts, parts 1 and 2. So today we are going to do part 1, and much later we take part 2. So number 1 point is reduce your complex by keeping aside contrary aims. Reduce your complex by keeping aside contrary aims. In the mathematics of inferiority complex, for you to get your inferiority complex, you have to do this. Take your ideal, that is what you would like to be, what the good traits you are admiring in others. That is the ideal, what you would like to be, and subtract it from what you are, what you think you are. Okay, that's the reality of life now. Subtract what you would like to be from what you think you are already. The difference is equal your inferiority complex. Those things you would want to be. I want to do this, I would like to be good at this, I would like to be, those are the ideals. Wishes are not, it does not mean that you have them, you just wish to have them. Okay, now check them and think inwards and find those things you are good at, you know you have, those things you know you are already, what you know you are, and subtract it from what you think you want to be, you like to be. Then what you find is your inferiority complex. Now, to reduce your inferiority complex, remember I told you that everyone has one. Even that person that is vibrant, that sanguine, or that vibrant person that you can't, you feel very hard to stand before them, has one. The trick is that they amplify what they have, what they are, and downplay what they think they are. They amplify it and downplay what they would like to be. Like someone who plays football so much, or in a field of music, someone who plays the drums but would want to sing, and you cannot sing. Okay, when you do not focus more on your drumming, the skill. You know, drumming is a skill. Like myself, I play drum so much, and at times I feel like playing the keyboard too. When I see the keyboardist, I at times, you know, I admire him. Okay. At times I feel bad that I don't know how to play keyboard. I can't play keyboard. So now what I do is I focus more on my drumming skill and practice to be the best drummer. I find over time that the keyboardist at times feel like being myself, you know, standing at the drum kit and playing like I do. You see, but whereas in me, I feel I could equally play keyboard. I feel like playing keyboard like that, my friend. You see, so that is it. The area you know what you think you are, capitalize on it and forget what you are not. You can start working on them. You cannot do everything at the same time. It's not possible. You need to be 10 different persons to have all the qualities in life. Okay? You can't have it all. No one is an island. So reduce your complex by keeping aside contrary aims. That is number 1. That is it. Now reduce your inferiority complex to the barest minimum. You will have to lower the estimate of what you should be. The estimate of what you should be. Lower it. What you should be. Lower it. And capitalize on that one you are. What you are now. Make the best out of it. And that is it. What you should be. Lower it. The estimate. That is your ideal. And raise your estimate of what you are now. If you're a good cook, capitalize on that and be the best chef, and people will envy you. Start by stopping to be all things to all men. You cannot be all things to all men. You can never be all things to all men. Okay, so stop by trying to be all things to all men. It's not possible. Possessed of all the good qualities and none of the faults of theirs. You want to possess all the good qualities of all men, and you don't want to have their shortcomings. I've told you, bear it in mind in this tutorial that everyone has inferiority complex. It depends on how you manage it, and how to manage it is lowering on your ideal, what you would want to be, and hyping on what you are already, making the best out of what you are already. That's number 1. Number 2, make a choice among virtues and aims. Make a choice among virtues and aims. Now, there are many virtues you can choose from. I've told you, you cannot be everything at every time, at a time. Cannot. Okay, so you have to make a choice of the area you would want to shine. Make a choice. There are many virtues. You would like to dress well, you want to speak well, you want to play football, you want to play golf, there are many things you can do. You know, just choose one, and or 2 or 3 or 4, and focus on them. Be your best. Be your best at them, and you will overcome inferiority complex. So make a choice among virtues and aims. There are many of them. No one can have all the wonderful traits of most of us would like to have. No one would have all the traits, wonderful traits most of us would like to have. You cannot have all the traits in life, all the good qualities of life. That's what I mean. You cannot have them. So choose those ones you would like to be, and look inwards. Those ones you are already endowed with, those ones that God has blessed you with. Practice and make them well. Polish them, refine them, make them better, and shine. That's all. It's a trick, psychological trick. Okay, so no one can do everything in one brief lifetime. This life is very brief. You cannot do everything. Like in a band, you can play the keyboard, you can play the piano, you cannot play the bass guitar, the lead guitar. You cannot sing, be a lead vocalist. You cannot do all these things all at a time. Though you can be multitasking, You can do most of all these things, but you cannot do them at a time. So the one that you can do, perfect it, perfect them and shine. Then you will have overcome your inferiority complex. Okay? So you have to make a realistic choice. Choose. Some people would like to dress well. Dress well. Practice how to dress well. Look good. And you'll see that it will raise your your superiority complex, and you will be nice. You see that you cannot be proud and humble at the same time. You cannot. They contradict each other. So you must either be proud or humble. Okay? That's what I mean. So you have to make a choice among virtues and aims. You would probably have to be at least 10 different people to have all the virtues you desire. For you to have all the virtues you desire in life, you must probably have to be 10 different persons for you to achieve all the virtues, all the good qualities you would like to be. So select, make an informed choice of virtues, good qualities you would like to improve yourself. 3. Seek your true self. Seek your true self. It bleeds my heart to see people live in self-denial. People live a false life. How do I put it? They don't live. They live a false life. Yes, their lifestyle is not real. Their life is not real. So seek your true self. Accept yourself. Self-love, self-trust, self-crush is the key. Accept yourself the way you are. You did not make yourself. You did not help God to make you. You just came and find yourself this way with certain endowed talents. Why not improve them? Improve and be proud and thankful for them. Yes, of course, you have limitations. Listen to me. Yes, of course, you have limitations. So have everyone else. That's what keeps me going. I know that I have limitations, and so do everyone. Everyone has limitations. One limitation or the other. So I'm not alone in the issue. Okay, I have limitations. Every other person has. Okay. Do you know that you are special? You are unique, though with all your limitations. Do you know that you are special? You are unique. No one is like unto you, though with all these limitations you think you have. Do you know that? So, the knowledge that you have limitations too, but you are still unique and special. Someone would like to be like you. There are some good traits that you possess that someone is admiring, envying you. A person would like to be like you, but you don't know. Okay, so you are special, not minding, or despite all these shortcomings you have, you are special. No one like unto you. There's no one like you. Okay, you are a special being. So self-acceptance is key to handling your inferiority complex. Self-acceptance. You must accept yourself. If you don't accept yourself, no one will accept you. If you don't accept yourself, no one will accept you. Bear this in mind. Accept yourself. Even though people reject you, accept yourself. The greatest tragedy, the worst tragedy that could happen to you is self-rejection, self-dejection, self-pity. When you begin to pity yourself, you begin to reject yourself, deject yourself. That's the only thing, the worst problem that will come to you. So, while others reject you, accept yourself. And that is good. Okay? You can be proud and humble at the same time. There are two conflicting traits. It is either you are proud or you are humble. So you can't be proud and humble at the same time. It's not possible. Okay? It is not possible. So, shun self-pity. Shun self-rejection. Shun self-dejection. self-pity, self-rejection. Why would you pity yourself? Why would you reject yourself? Why did you be plunged into dejection by yourself? No. People might try to make you feel rejected, but accept yourself. Don't stop and keep moving, keep pushing. Life is not fair to anyone. It is what you make out of life that you get. Okay? So in a situation where people push you aside, where people try to degrade you, to try to downplay your potentials, your good traits, people want to lampoon you, talk bad, talk you down, say no. I am special, because I know I am made special by God. Though with a lot of shortcomings, I am still special. Always tell yourself and remind yourself that I have shortcomings, he has shortcomings, she has shortcomings, they have shortcomings, we all have shortcomings. So that is it. That person that package is just package, all about packaging. They have shortcomings. If you go into them well, you will find one or two shortcomings. They are weak points. I, speaking to you, I have my shortcomings, I have my weak points. But you see me brace up and speak to you concerning on how you can break free from inferiority complex. That's the way to go. So avoid self-rejection, self-dejection, self-pity. If you reject yourself, you are rejecting God who made you. If you reject yourself, you are rejecting God who made you. Remember, you never asked God to make you. God made you the way you are and brought you into this world. So God knows this is the best for you. And with these threats, you can hit the skies. You can soar. You can succeed in life. So make do with what God has given you, and flourish them. Flourish in them, polish them, and you will glow in it. Number 4, learn to know yourself. The tragedy of life is that some of us don't know ourselves. You don't know yourself. You have to learn to know yourself. You might say, I am myself, I know. No! Do you know yourself enough? Learn to know yourself. Now, let me, literally, you might think that learning to know yourself means looking introspectively. That is, looking into yourself and knowing who you are, more of who you are. No, that is one. But in this context, knowing yourself doesn't necessarily mean being introspective or looking inwards. Okay? It means trying yourself out. What I mean here by knowing yourself is trying yourself out. Okay? Learning to do things you never dreamed you could do. Learning to do things you never dreamed you could. You understand? You try to do things you never dreamed you could. For instance, running. You have 2 legs. That person that is a sprinter has 2 legs too. You can I cannot run far distance. Who tell you? Practice, and one day hit the pitch, football pitch, and begin to run. You will see that you have to run that person that has been a champion all this while. Do new things. Lay your hands on new things and try yourself out. You will discover that you can do more than you think. You are more able than you think, or you are abler than you think. You are more talented than you think. Before I started composing music, I never knew I could write music. But when I picked up my pen with a passion and zeal for music, I wrote wonderful songs. Okay? I wrote one. I could remember one of the tracks fetched me a lot of money then. I made a track for the National Blood Transfusion Service, advising others, calling on people to donate blood freely, free, remunerated, and voluntary blood donation. And when I hit the studio, I put all these things together. It came out wonderfully well, and I sent a track to them. They bought into it, and in fact, I listened to myself. I say, oh, so I could sing. You see, So try out new things. That is actually knowing yourself, and you'll be amazed at the extent you can go, how sophisticated God has created you and your brain, and you discover new things about yourself. Number 5 point or method by which you can overcome your your inferiority complex is love yourself. Love yourself. Love yourself. Self-love is very important here. If at all you would like to solve your challenge of inferiority complex, you must have to love yourself. As I said earlier, if you don't love yourself, no one will do. You must have to love yourself. Even when people want to pull you down, say no. I love myself. I love the way I am. When people say, Davidson, you are short, I say, that's how God made me. You see your nose, I say, that's what God gave me. I have nothing to do about that. You are dark in complexion, that's how God made me. And I love it. I love it. Okay? And that is it. We all cannot be the same at a time. So that is variety. Variety, they say, is the spice of life. This makes life very interesting. You have tall people, you have short people, you have fair complexion, you have dark people, you have intelligent people, you have fat people, thin people. So any category you find yourself, be happy and be thankful. Don't let people talk down on you concerning your physique, never, or your complexion. Or your tribe, your tongue, that is your language, your tribe. You did not fix yourself there. So accept yourself. Acceptance is very important. Okay? If you despise yourself because you are not perfect, listen to me. If you despise yourself because you are not perfect, you can never love anyone, for you wouldn't be able to find any perfect person on earth. If you despise yourself because you are not perfect, you can never ever love anyone. You know why? It is because you wouldn't be able to find any person that is perfect, any perfect person or being on earth. So love yourself. You are imperfect. You are not perfect. Begin by loving yourself in your imperfections. Okay? Love yourself. While you work on yourself to achieve perfection, to achieve a certain level of perfection, love yourself. Because if you don't love yourself because you are not perfect, you will end up hurting everyone, because the world is littered with imperfect beings, imperfect men and women, imperfect boys and girls, imperfect everyone. That is it. So you must have to love yourself. Love yourself. And before you know it, you will have beaten your inferiority complex. Inferiority complex is beatable. You can solve it. You can achieve superiority complex. You can be nice. You can work on yourself when you follow step by step these methods I've given you. Thank you once again for being here. I hope you've learned one or two things from this tutorial today. We are going to continue with this series by doing the part 2 of it. I urge you to stay put so that you learn more about how to come out from the shackles of inferiority complex. Please drop your comments. I'm waiting for your comments. Tell me what you feel about this video, your experiences about inferiority complex, and how you are trying to break free from this shackle. Once again, I'm Otumegwu Chukwuemeka Davidson, your friend, your life coach, your self-blood advocate. God bless you as you work on yourself to become the best that God has made you to be. Bye.